everyone, how are you? It's Thursday, beautiful, sunny, and I was joining my team on a call last night, and I love the fact that we all lift each other up and give ourselves a reality check when we need to. So I'm going to ask you a question. How many of you ask yourselves, can I, when faced with an opportunity or an idea? I used to think that all the time. Can I do it? But there was something that I read that reinforced it very, very recently. And there's a little switch that happened. Instead of asking myself, can I started asking myself, how can I? And that little word, that one thing, that switched from can I, meaning I don't know if I can. Salam api. Can I insinuates that you may not be able to, right? And then you ask, how can I? And that little addition of how insinuates it is possible. You're definitely capable. You just have to figure out how, right? So from switching, from adding that one word, you change that mindset. You change that mindset of saying, I don't know if I can. I might fail. I really give myself an out and think, well, I guess I just couldn't. Right? You're giving yourself an out. You're making yourself think, I really may not be able to. So if I don't, it's okay. Instead of thinking in the positive and saying, how can I do it? How am I going to do it? Making a strategy, making a goal, setting a goal and putting a plan in place. And then, of course, the most important step, putting that plan into action, taking action steps towards it. Because I could plan the bejesus out of stuff. I can totally plan it. And yeah, Tanya, it's that little shift. It's that little, like, you're going this way. You're going kind of in the right direction, but you're a little bit off course. And it's that little adjustment, that little tweak that says, dude, I know I can do this. The only question is, how am I going to do it? So for years and years, I asked myself, I was overweight. I struggled. I was unhappy. I lacked confidence. You wouldn't know it from seeing me on the outside because I'm really good at just being social. I feel like I get like really awkward in group situations, but like when you break it down to one-on-one, I just like people, okay? But I feel like, I don't know about big situations, but I would always be like, have that positive outlook, because that was something that my parents were instilled in me from a very, very young age. And I think that that's part of my nature, because I get that from my mom, and I think more than anybody else, is that, you have to really, you see the best in people. I couldn't see the best in me, though. That was kind of bad on me. Shame on me for doing that, because I could see the best in other situations, but I saw all the flaws in me. And anytime I kind of took a venture, apart from academics, because in academics I was like, dude, I got this, okay? And then, if I didn't do really, really well, I doubted myself, but I said, heck yeah, I can do it. So academics, I was like all on the positivity bandwagon. When it came to other situations, I was like, I don't know, what would they see in me? I literally thought that, like, in my mind, I still have to check myself on that. What would they see in me? And that's something that you have to train yourself to do and train yourself to get out of. So I would think like, you know, I've got all this weight to lose. And I knew the reasons I was overeating. I knew that I was hiding my emotions. I knew that I was just kind of afraid to face a lot of things. And so it was a lot easier to feed myself than to feed my soul. True. And build my confidence, because it had gotten shaken really early on, and I had to heal that. That came with time, and apparently now I realize I wasn't ready. Okay, I had to go through what I had to go through to get to where I am now. So I would constantly ask myself, can I really do this? I don't know. Can I lose weight? I don't know. Can I, you know, be a leader? I don't know. Can I find the right person? Find the right soulmate? I really doubted that until God put things in my place. Okay? Because I think that God has a huge thing to do with that one. With everything, but I really had to just kind of give myself up and open myself up to that. So I really thought, can I? And I kept things to myself because this doubt would creep in all the time. And finally there came that one point where I said, enough is enough. And I thought, how can I? How am I going to do it? The moment, instead of asking, can I? The moment I said, you're damn straight, I'm going to do it. How am I going to do it is a question. That was a huge game changer. And that was just a mindset shift that just took me from 0 to 60 in a heartbeat. Because when things got tough, I was like, of course it's going to be tough. I'm changing myself. It was that one word, how. How can I? So stop asking yourself, can I? And start asking yourself, how can I? How will I? How am I going to do this? When you ask that one word, you empower yourself. You give yourself permission to think that you're capable of doing it, because you are. You are. Now, I still have those moments when I let the old Shaheen, you know, the uncertain Shaheen creep in, because it takes time. And insecurities are hard. You have to constantly work at them. It's a constant battle. But the moment you start asking yourself, how can I? You let yourself win. That first mental win is that huge shift. And when you do that, you're going to see things open up. You're going to see things that you had closed your eyes to suddenly open up. And, you know, possibilities that you thought were impossible, things that you thought were impossible, or it may have just been that it was in front of your face all along, but you closed your eyes to it. It's going to open up, and it's going to just change everything. It's a huge game changer when you give yourself permission to succeed, because that's what you're doing. You're giving yourself permission to succeed. You're eliminating that huge thing of, you know, I'm gonna fail. Yeah, I probably can't do it. Can I really do it? I don't know. That's, like, think about it. Ask yourself, can I do it? Okay. Say those words out. Can I do it? Now, ask yourself, how can I do it? See that posturing change? That's what you need. That's what you've been waiting for. And it happened in your mind. It happened in the way that you talk to yourself. So, when you're faced with questions, and that's what I'm going to start doing more and more consistently, because I still find myself asking, can I do it? It doesn't happen overnight. I'm not perfect. I am absolutely not perfect. I have flaws and I have doubts, and I let that, you know, timid Shaheen in. and I let her kind of take over because things get tough. People will doubt you. Don't doubt yourself. You got enough people out there that are going to doubt you anyway. So stand up for yourself. Be your biggest cheerleader. One thing that I'm really good at is being a cheerleader. For anybody who asked me to, I will sit there and I will push you and I will cheer you on. That's what I do. That's what I do best. And I need to also work on doing that for myself. I've gotten so much better. I have to say, I do it like 75% of the time. Why am I holding back on the other 25? That's a straight up question that's hard to answer. But I want each and every one of you who are listening to this, who are listening to the recording of this, who have a friend or a family member that might need to hear it, tag them, share it. You may have friends that, may really need to hear this. Share it. Because when you empower others, you're going to automatically empower yourself, because it's contagious. When you're in a tribe and your friends suddenly make that switch also, and then instead of saying can I, they ask how can I, you're gonna say, oh yeah, how can I? You can do it. It's just giving yourself permission to succeed. Take care, God bless, and happy Thursday. Let's be thankful today, and let's show our gratitude, and let's empower each other. So how can I do this? How can I serve you better? That's my question to you. So if there's something that is on your mind, ask me, shoot me a message, comment below, tag me, so that I definitely see it. And if I don't know, I will find out, and we'll find out together. Take care again, and feel free to share. All right. I am a huge believer in sharing knowledge and empowering others.